Liftoff. It's a go. Look at all the people pouring in. Fantastico. Whoop, whoop. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. All right. We got a button that lets you unmute, but please try not to right now. And if you do unmute, please make sure you don't have a television or radio in the background making any kind of noise so we can hear you clearly. Welcome, everybody, to the Tuesday night RRR247 and direct consumer and residual affiliate marketing conference call, office call, business meeting, announcement call, everything all in one. Most important night of the week. We're glad you're here. A lot of great things are happening, and everything that is going to be added to help you build your business. Every product, service, tool, idea that we're oriented to have to help everybody. It'll always be launched on Tuesday night. So if you're brand new, write that down. Never miss a Tuesday night call, please. And we also love meeting all the team members. Every week we have somewhere between 10 and 30 brand new people joining the team, which is fun to see. All the different states being represented, bouncing all over the country and into Canada. And I think a couple of South American countries. And I think we have some Europeans dialing in now too. On this call. So kudos to them for getting up, bright and squirrely in the morning. And the rest of you, it's 9 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. And welcome, welcome, welcome. We love hearing from brand new people. So if you're brand new, click on that little microphone in the lower left-hand corner or hit the space bar on your keyboard. Whoever got you here would love to know that you made it. Rory and Tanya, love to see the new names announced. Get your name out there. Welcome to the call. And don't forget to say what state you're calling in from. Make sure the settings are right. Yep. Sophia, you tried to unmute a minute ago. Are you new? Do you want to unmute and say hello? Oh, so many audios are, the little squiggly dots are connecting. What's up with that? Go ahead, James.
Hello there. I'm rather new. This is my third meeting, and I'm glad to be here.
Fantastic. Where are you calling in from? What state?
Texas.
Texas?
Just south of Houston.
Just south of Houston. That was funny. I said, Houston, we have liftoff when the call got going. That's good. I had no idea. I had no idea James was here. That just came out of me for some reason. It's a good omen for you, James. Welcome. Glad you made it.
You bet. Thank you.
All right. Anybody else? Welcome to the RRR247 direct to consumer and RAM residual affiliate marketing call. Our office meeting, our business call, our announcement call, all of the big important things that everybody that is new, especially, but everybody needs to build their business and grow, hit your goals, whether it's just increase your income or expand into other countries, whatever it is. Anytime Rory and Tanya are going to add a product, a service, a tool, an idea, a philosophy to share business knowledge with you, how this industry works, all that big stuff, all those big announcements, all those great trainings will always happen on Tuesday night. We'll go into a deeper training on Saturday, but it's always launched, announced for the first time on Tuesday. So you never want to miss a Tuesday night call. It's going to be something different every time. And, we've got a great new pattern that's happening here. Rory and Tanya have built an incredible leadership team all around them. And that leadership team has started building leaders underneath them and developing leaders underneath them. And for the last couple of months, we have been, or several months actually, we have been introducing that leadership team to you. And we're going to keep that going. We're going to be introducing somebody to you tonight. It's going to share their idea, how they feel about all this, a little bit about their background, where they come from, and how they feel about this and why they love it, why they're still here, what the Rory and Tanya have done in their life. So welcome to all of you, especially the brand new people. Every week, 10 to 30 new people. Like I said, if you're brand new, we love hearing from you, welcoming you to the family. Whoever got you here, would love to know that you made it on. And Rory and Tanya are always watching and listening, and they'll see those new names be announced, and they get to see that team grow as well. And it's fun to see all the states represented at the same time. So if you're brand new, first week, second week, or even your third week, like James, and you haven't had a chance to say hello yet, now's your time. Click on the little microphone in the lower left-hand corner or hit the space bar on your keyboard. Say hello, and don't forget to say what state you're calling in from, and welcome to the call.
Stephen Reynolds,
There he
Nevada,
is.
Las Vegas.
There you are, Steve. I'm glad you made it. Oh. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Kerry Bain, Kerry Antoine Bain Jr., Atlanta, Georgia.
George is in the house. Thank you, Kerry. Glad you made it.
Kelly Cohen, upstate New York.
Upstate New York is here. Welcome. Glad you made it, Kelly. Anybody else? Go ahead, Yomera.
I'm Jemima. They call me JoJo. I'm from Connecticut.
Jeanette, Jojo. Okay, welcome,
Yeah.
Jojo. Glad you made it. Connecticut is
Thank
here.
you.
Welcome, ma'am. Welcome to the family.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Welcome, everybody. That's everybody. Welcome to RRR247, direct consumer, residual affiliate marketing. We've got a couple of different titles to everything that we do. All the companies merge into one big happy team and one big happy family. There's a lot of great things happening. You guys are joining at an unbelievably good time because a lot of big things are happening right now that are going to be leading into the first quarter of 2025 in a huge way. And you get to be a part of that. So kudos to you for whatever led you here and allowed you to find this team and find this opportunity. We also have 20 or 10 to 30 brand new people joining the team. We've heard from 5 already. We love to welcome everybody to the family. And if you're brand new, and we're going to get started at the top of the hour in just 2 more minutes, guys. But if you're brand new, don't forget to say hello by clicking on that little microphone in the lower left-hand corner or hit the space bar on your keyboard. Say hello. Don't forget to say what state you're calling in from and welcome to the call.
Niall, there's a Carol Lewis in North Carolina in the chat.
Welcome, Carol from North Carolina. Fantastic. Welcome. Glad you made it. Anybody else?
Cheryl Allen from Montana.
Montana. Welcome, ma'am. Glad you made it.
Thank you.
Jerry Munford from Dallas, Texas.
Dallas is here. There we go, Jerry. Fantastic. Welcome. Glad you made it.
Amira Schiffer from California.
Amir from California. Good to see you again. Welcome. Glad you made it.
Okay, finally. I get to say hello.
Yes, you did. Fantastic. All right. That's 9. We have anywhere between 10 and 30 people joining the team. And I know it's been another great week in this team. So don't be shy. Just unmute, say hello, let us know what state you're calling in from, and welcome to the call.
I've got Latrice Crawford from Cleveland, Ohio.
Latrice from
Okay.
Cleveland, Ohio. Fantastic. You made Linda's day also, Latrice. Welcome to the team. Glad you made it.
I've got a Tanya Lowry from Flint, Michigan.
Tanya from Michigan. Fantastic. Glad you made it. Welcome. And it looks like we're right at about the top of the hour, aren't we? So if you didn't, well, we'll give you time to get rid of those. I see them right now. If you didn't get a chance, we'll go 1 more minute. How's that? Or just give Linda an extra minute. She's got something she needs to
They're gone. You're good.
work on.
You got
All
it.
right.
We all got him.
All right, welcome everybody. I'm going to go ahead and make last call then. Welcome to RRR247, direct to consumer and residual affiliate marketing, AKA RAM. You're in the right place at the right time. A lot of great things happening. And you're going to get some really great information again tonight. You're going to meet more of the leadership. You're going to get to meet our co-founders. You're going to meet an incredible guy that's going to share some even bigger stuff with you. But we also love to know that you made it on. Every week, 10 to 20, 10 to 30. Brand new people. We love seeing it. We love seeing all the different states being represented. So last call, if you're brand new, want to say hello, click on that little microphone in the lower left-hand corner or hit the space bar on your keyboard. Say hello. Don't forget to say what state you're calling in from and welcome to the call.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Krista. Where are you calling in from?
Nebraska.
Nebraska is here. Fantastic. Welcome, ma'am.
Yes. Thank you.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and start hitting some buttons because we've got a lot to cover tonight. Listen, I'll tell you this much heads up too. If you don't already have a fresh piece of paper and a good writing utensil, pen or pencil, get one before we get going, because you're going to need it. You're going to want it. And we may cover some things tonight that are, a little bit above your head if you're brand new, but that's okay. You're going to absorb the information. Your instructor is going to go over it with you. And as you go through the steps, you're going to find this information and you're going to understand it even more. Just pay attention, take notes, and get with your instructor about anything that you don't understand, and everybody's going to cover it for you. So let me hit a couple of buttons here. We'll go get going. Linda's already done that one for me, or Brielle, somebody. I'm going to hit this other big button. That one. There we go. All right. Welcome, everybody, to the RRR247, direct-to-consumer and residual affiliate marketing, a.k.a. RAM. My name's Niall Letty. I'm calling in from Central Florida. I've been around here for quite a few years. I've known the Ricords for 30 years of the 35 years that I've been in this industry. Got to work side by side with them for a long time, and I just know that I wake up every morning, I pinch myself, but I'm happy to be a part of this. I'm happy to help spread the message and the vision that these two had, take it to the rest of the world. I'm 63 years old. I do everything that I can in the day. I try to do as much as I can every day, and like I tell everybody else, just keep moving forward. Do something every single day, and don't make the one mistake you can make and give up on yourself and quit, and everything's going to be fine. Just do something every single day. Learn a little more every single day. If you're brand new, you got a couple of tiny little things, little skills that you need to learn, and we're going to teach them to you. Just keep moving forward and try to be a little bit better than you were yesterday. As I said a second ago, Rory and Tanya have built an incredible team of leadership team around them. And that leadership team has bought 150% into their vision that they had when they started this 18 years ago. And then they've been in the industry for 3 decades plus also. But this system that you guys are looking into, that you guys joined, that you guys are a part of now, that started 18 years ago, and it's just kept getting better and better every single year. But there's a nice team of people. Linda, you heard her voice. She's part of that leadership team. Anybody else on the front page? That's okay. They're here. There's an incredible leadership team around Rory and Tanya that bought into that vision 150%. And we love what we do. And we do everything we can to help everybody in this team, no matter where you are or how long you've been here. We protect the house, and we're giving as much effort as we can to make sure this business is here long term. This business that you're building is something that you can pass on to future generations. We are all motivated and driven in that direction, and that's what you guys are a part of today. But as we all start building our business and developing other leaders underneath us, then more people stepped up and just rose up and, bought into that vision and that dream. The person I'm going to introduce you to, she's been around for a while. I'm pretty sure she's at least a GSI. When you get involved, you're going to see in the beginning, you're going to be working on your pages, learning how to modify content, create all that goodness that Google likes so we can get them to put ads on your page. And that's going to be another form of income for you. But as you start building your teams, as soon as you get that first student that you're working with, you're going to be an instructor. When you have 10 of those students, you're going to be what we call CSI, certified system instructor. And it keeps going. Once you got 50 plus students, you'll be a GSI. And then you keep moving up that ladder as you're building bigger teams and developing leadership until you get to MSI. Well, then MSIs are the core part of the leadership that Rory and Tanya first got going. And they are building other MSIs underneath them. The person I'm about to introduce is a GSI on her way to PSI. And because of her work ethics and her attitude and the way she sees this and the vision she has, she'll be an MSI as well. I got to meet her because of our love for fishing. I found out that she doesn't live far away from me, but they also own area that I want to fish one day, really soon. All right, really soon. I promise. Excuse me, I shouldn't laugh. But I do know that she loves what she's doing. She loves helping other people. She loves being a part of this. And she's looking long-term into the future on top of her love for fishing, Rory. But we'll all get together one day really, really soon. So Renee Chat, GSI extraordinaire. I know what you've told me, and I don't want to take any of your thunder away. I want these people to get to know who you are and why you're here. So the microphone is all yours. And hopefully you guys got a pen and pencil so you can write these stories down.
Thank you, Niall. Appreciate that. Can everybody hear me okay?
Loud and clear.
I'd like to say hello, and welcome all new students, and welcome family members. It's good to see y'all. I basically started my career actually in engineering, and quickly learned that working 70 hours a week and 1 week and being laid off the next, and that happening twice, I was out after the second time. I was done with that. Then I decided to go into some public service. So I worked for the Redevelopment Authority of the City of Erie, Pennsylvania. It was actually a state job. The benefits were awesome. Pay wasn't so great, but the benefits were like to die for. They were really good benefits. The only thing I really took away from that is what led me into my career, and also the fact that it was good to help some people some of the time. Not all the people all the time, but most of the people most of the time. So I got to keep that and learn to nurture through that. On the biggest and final project that I worked through the Redevelopment Authority was the Bayfront UDAG project, which was Bayfront Urban Development. And a very large employer in my hometown, Erie Insurance, was buying up several pieces of land. I got to coordinate that entire project and worked on it for a little over 3 years. When it came to an end, I was actually offered a job by the project manager. He said, I can't promise you the moon and the stars, but I like your work ethic. So if you're interested in doing this, go ahead and put in an application. And so I did. I made a quarter, 25 cents more an hour than what I was making for the state. But, it got my foot in the door for insurance. And I have stayed in insurance for 40 years. I still have a side business. But, that's it. Once it's in your blood, it's in your blood. I always say you don't choose insurance, it chooses you. But in 2019, one of the insurance companies that I was an officer of decided to merge. We made that decision to do that. And so that kind of changed my whole perspective. And we were talking about how things were going to go and where things were going to go and what was going to happen in our lives. And I decided to start looking for another business. And I came upon RRR247. And it's the best thing I ever did. I can honestly say I finally know what I want to be when I grow up. I'm a marketer. And I bought right into it. I mean, it was the hook, line, and sinker. I jumped right in. I can tell you that one of the things Tanya will tell you, this isn't easy. It's going to take some work. You're going to hear it from your instructor. You're going to hear it from all of the leadership here. One of the things that she tells you too, that sometimes things happen. Things happen in your life. When the insurance company sold, that happened within a week of me joining RRR. On top of that, I jumped right into the anchor offers. And within a week of that, the wine company that we were associated with, we were no longer associated with. And that happened like within 2 weeks. And I was like, okay, what did I just do? We were also part of another health and wellness product or company, and I was part of that. Like I said, I jumped right in. I saw the vision and I thought, okay, I'm going to do this. And there were just a lot of things going on at the same time. And then all of a sudden, my upline decided to go MIA. So that affected my instructor. It subsequently affected me. And then I'm really questioning, what did I do here? Guess what, guys? Rory then jumped in. He came to the rescue. He laid everything out. He put the plan in place. He pulled us, our team, into the fold. He worked with my instructor. He was very open about the fact that he was there if I wasn't able to get in touch with my instructor. I can't say how many times Rory and Tanya have brought a new opportunity, promoted something new to us, and mapped it out, gave us every step of the way, which is, that's what I like. I like to know where I'm going. So it's definitely been a blessing in my life. I have gone to the events and I got to meet all of these wonderful people. And it's one thing to see them on the screen. It's another thing to meet them in person and see them in their environment and see how they interact with each other. Sometimes people will bring their actual outside family members. Rory and Tanya have always brought their family members. To see people be real and see the love and see that it's just overwhelming what a family this truly is. Just the support and the fact that they are there for you at every turn. I can't say enough about this. I have learned to now build my own team. Very proud of my team. It's growing leaps and bounds. I have some awesome students, and when I don't have the answer, I go back to my mentors. That's what they're there for. Our MSIs are over the charts, terrific people. I mean, I can't say enough nice things about them. So the people that you're getting in business here are truly real people. The people that you're getting in business here are honest and upfront people. They shoot from the hip. They're not going to always tell you everything you want to hear. They're going to tell you what you need to hear. And they're going to get you in the right direction to build the business that you need. I, again, can't say enough nice things and favorable things. I have such great respect for so many people. And when I compare that to some people that I've known for 40 plus years in the insurance industry, the people I've met in this industry in the last 5 have been my family. They've become my family, my friends, and my mentors. So with that being said, I'd like to introduce our true servant leaders. We're going to meet Rory tonight. So Mr. Ricord, Rory Ricord, if you would like to take over, please do. And thank you for everything you do. And Tanya, you as well.
Thank you so much. I gotta thank you. You're pretty dang eloquent when you speak, and I always feel great when you attract like professional people with the backgrounds, and you understand it. We've overcome stuff, but I just want to just let everybody know that there's a plan here. We work with people. We're a people business, and everybody should know who their support teams are. We have a 2-up process. But you guys, the way we structured it, it always comes up to Tanya and I. There's always us that it can come to, because we don't want to leave anybody behind. And sometimes life happens where we don't control it. And sometimes people have other things that go on and they just like go AWOL. And that's why we have a 2-up process. You'll also notice that we have a very solid leadership. They're pretty much always there. But we always have those stages there. So we always hear me stress, get to know your GSI, get to know your PSI, get to know your MSI. And, Renee is, everybody that's in Renee's team, I don't need to say this, she's amazing. And once she got a grasp of what we do and how things work, she was like, I got it, let's go. And I know that when she calls me, she needs me. But otherwise, she's got it. She's got it on lockdown and building the teams. And you guys, when you have leaders that lead from the top, that's how you win. We all want to show up for ourselves, but when you show up for a team that's actually showing up for you too, that's the idea. That's the whole pay it forward process. That's how this is designed. And Renee, you've been an exemplary leader here, and thank you. I'm bringing our attorney on. For those of you that are brand new, we have a legal staff here. Jim has been our attorney since I think it's pretty much 1994 ish. It might be earlier. He's been part of what we've done in business this entire time. And we've been running a lot of different programs. And he's in charge of our IBO program and overseeing how that structure has gone. And we made a huge shift in January of this year in the controlling aspects of that and getting even, more involved with who the advertisers are and learning from things that we really need to be pretty focused on it. Jim, if you're here, I'm gonna have you come on.
I'm here.
Right. Did we get your voice or we got camera too? There we go.
Camera should be coming up. There we go.
Awesome. So we're gonna talk about the IBO process a little bit more today. We haven't done one of these for a bit, but you've been working on something that I think people here need to know, especially those who've been here for a long time. So I'll preface it. The IBO program, which you guys can see the bottom video of step 1. That's the RRR247.com/master. You should be getting introduced to it in session 2. Okay. It's an incredible program. And Jim has organized it to where we even got a premier one that pays $1,000 a month. It's guaranteed for 9 months, not 6. And he's been in charge of that. But also, we had a lot of people that were part of the IBO program. The thing about the IBO is it's guaranteed for 6 months or 9 months. We want them to go forever. They're engineered to go basically last all the time. But there are things that we don't control and that even the advertiser doesn't control. And take it from somebody that does marketing every day. Sometimes things just don't add up. You can't figure it out, and that's why they don't last forever. And it might be all of a sudden they stop converting. They can't make it work, and they got to shut it down. It's one of those things, and that's why I always stress this is bonus money. Use it to pay down bills. Use it to fund your business getting going. Use it to ramp up your business, and just know that it's not going to be there forever. I know we have some that have been here for years with it. You guys plan on it to last the 6 months or the 9 months. And if it goes longer, fabulous. Now, with that being said, we've had a lot of people do this over years. We've paid out in this IBO program tens of millions of dollars. Like literally, you look at it on paper, it is staggering. And when it goes away, obviously that hurts people because that's like losing a job. Right? It's like that income. You guys, this is a blessing. It's not ever set up to last forever. We try to get them to last forever. We're trying to work on that game and get it better. But what happens is when it winds down, we've been working on the next problem. So you guys, okay, so we're marketers. All right. Even Jim has a marketing mind. Right? He's been around my head for a long time and he's still here, guys. I haven't driven him crazy yet. But he's always like, how can we solve this? How can we solve it? And he's been working with some advertiser groups and some creative solutions that we actually are able to get more people going that had it previously. And I'll let Jim talk about that and we'll come back and forth a little bit. So if you're brand new, what this means is once you get your IBO going and it winds down, there might be the ability, and it's not a guarantee, there's factors in it, but we can get it up again. And it only happens if you're active in the family. I'm going to stress this before Jim comes on. And once we get somebody started with it, if they're not building their business, it doesn't matter for us on what this does. We're going to give that spot to somebody that's building the business with us. That's what it's for. So we have people that get this and take advantage of it, and they don't build their PBS out. They don't do their V-marketing. They don't show up at the trainings to learn the mindset and do the growth. And then when it comes time to put them in another one, we're not going to do it. We're just going to give it to somebody else that's actually here to build. And I'm going to stress that right now. It's recorded. When we go to re-up somebody, if they haven't been active building their business, we're going to give it to somebody else. You know, we have a lot of slots that open up. We don't have endless slots. We put people in the queue, and the priority is going to be our active family members. All right. So, Jim, if you could talk about the process, I guess, for restarting people in IBO that have been in it before and they've phased out of it. First.
Yeah. So if you have, it depends on where you're at, who your previous. It's like Rory said. There's a lot of factors that go into it, but we're trying to make sure that everybody that's gone through it, we can place them somewhere else. And we're getting pretty good at that. But depending on who your previous advertiser was and how long you've been out of that program, we can get you placed with another advertiser. What has to happen is your previous contract has to be up. You have to have been on wind down for at least 6 months. That's because that's how long chargebacks are allowed to go back on your account. And so once that 6-month time period comes up, then they release the funds that have been held in escrow, so to speak, in reserve. And then we basically are able to shut that program down, shut those merchant accounts down, terminate your business, close the businesses that were set up, the LLCs that were created, and then we can get you started anew with a different advertiser with, using yourself again. We'll fill out another merchant app, and then we'll start the program all over again. And then that time frame will start again, whether it's, depending on where your credit's at, what program, what tier you're able to fall into. You can get into the $1,000 a month one for a 9-month minimum. But we're trying to control everything more on our end. We've been doing this for, Rory, what's it been? Maybe 5 years or
5 years at
longer?
Triple R. We were doing it before this, but we had limited stuff. Like I go over the thing, guys. When we first did this, I put family and friends, and it was mainly Utah. Like we were learning this process goes. We did that for years, and then we found a very awesome solution with marketing partners that opened this door up. And that I think it might be almost 6 years now.
Yeah, that's probably right. 6 years.
I'm thinking 2018.
And we have learned, we have learned so much in those 6 years of what to do and what not to do. Obviously there was and we saw this. We really didn't see it coming, but we kind of saw it coming, if that makes sense. A year ago, December, and we were actually moving away from doing it how we were doing it. And it just all kind of worked out the way Rory does things. Things just seem to work out. And so, we've been trying to take control, have more control over what we're doing, ensuring that our advertisers are all US based. Our advertisers that we deal with, we know there's a face behind the advertiser. We're capping the advertiser. We're teaming up with chargeback defenders so that there's a constant monthly audit. So we're putting in place the things that we saw were a little, squirrely before. That's not even the right word, but just kind of stuff that we weren't able to control before. We're now putting processes in place so that we can control the uncontrollables, if that makes sense. So we do have spots opening up. We're going to continue to open up as many spots as we can for those that were previously a part of the IBO program and those that are coming in new. So we're going to try to get you teamed up, get you hooked up, but it's imperative that once that connection is made, that you guys follow through and you get your stuff turned in as quickly as possible. And then that way, we can just turn you loose in the program and then move on to your students and other people in Triple R. So
all the leadership, so GSIs, PSIs, MSIs, they have access to this sheet to put you on there to get contacted. And I'm gonna kind of go over this. Like, I have a pretty good explanation video, but you guys, we're part of moving millions of dollars in merchandise through online sales. Millions. Okay. Now, you guys know that Tanya and I have been in lead generation. I've been doing it since '89. I was still doing mail order when Jim and I first started working together. He's been part of the whole transition online. But you guys, we have a very awesome skill set with a lot of the businesses that we own to drive sales online. Right? It's the same stuff we do for our lead generation, the same thing we do to help, bring the masses of people looking for a solution into our student program. All right. Now, these high-end sales that are happening, it's not something everybody can do easily. There's a trick to it. And the one aspect that we saw with this, the business operational partnership, independent business office, I guess that's what the IBO stands for, is genius. And we're already part of the marketing. We have some aspects to it that help feed this and help grow it. But this allows us to share in a win-win solution with the family members here. And the biggest thing I like to point out, and I'm just going to stress this, okay, it's pure math. For a mom to leave her kids or put them in daycare and go work, she needs to be making $25 to $30 an hour minimum to even move the needle to where she's bringing money into the house. Now, if she has more than 2 kids, she might as well make $35 to $40 and it starts going up. It's actually very bad math. So what we liked about it, and this is why we keep trying to find ways to increase what this value is because $750. You guys, I talked about this years ago. The overhead to run the RRR247 business, we've literally reduced it to under $200 a month, which means you only need a few customers, you're break even. But when somebody's starting out and they're getting the IBO going, and I got to tell you, Jim's done a very good job of getting the IBO startup process quicker than it's ever been. And he's been working on, streamlining that process. We're about to take it into another step coming up here too, to make it even quicker, and have more control on the whole aspects of the setup. And you guys, there are things that we learned along the way and always improving. That's what we do. And I think you guys have seen that. If you've been here for a while, you'll see, hey, we're about to improve. Improving and making things easier. But I'm just gonna go over this. $750 a month means mom can stay home with the kids and build this business and takes pressure off. We got a 6-month runway though. Count on the 6 months. Don't count on anything more than that. Anything more than that is bonus. So it should give you a sense of urgency to jump in and get that PBS built, get your V-marketing going on. Build the business with us. And those that build with us are the ones we're going to take care of when we can restart you again. I'm going to make sure I really state that clear. Tanya and I, we try to find solutions in the business side, and then we sit down with it and go over it. And you guys, there are so many moving bits and pieces to a lot of the components of what we do. And when we can help a family out, we want to do that. But we want to help those that are going to be helping the community. Remember, this is a pay it forward. We expect everybody to pay it forward as they get learning how to do things. And I'll tell you, we've had people that have ran with the IBO program for years and never built their PBS, never got involved to help pay it forward. And I'm going to be very strict on this. If their IBO program winds down and they're not building their PBS, they're not contributing to the community, that's the end of the IBO relationship. I've had people say, well, I'm going to get back to work. That doesn't work that way. If you didn't prove yourself out the first time, it's not happening the second time. We have too many people coming in that can use this. They're the priority. Those that are going to be building the community. I'd rather take a chance on a new person. And I'm saying this to instructors, so you guys heard it from me, so you can tell it to the people that want to come back on it. We have a lot of people that are in the community that haven't been supporting the community. This is such a lucrative program, and the spots are available to those that are building here diving in, learning how to get it going, great. And in a year's time, after you wind down, Jim, they got to wind all the way down. Correct? They got to be all the
Yeah.
way wound down
Yep.
before they can get started again.
At
So there
least
might be a
6 months.
delay.
Yep.
And you know what? Here's the thing. It's $750 or $1,000 is enough to make a difference. I get it. I mean, that's like a car payment, insurance payment. Some people, it's half their mortgage. It makes a big difference. All right. And we want to support you with anything we can to add to the incomes. But if you're not an active part in the community, we got to give it to somebody that's going to be. It's that cycle, right? We want to help rise everybody up. And I got to tell you this, and I'm going to go into a taste thing. And we have a lot of people that come in here and they only need an extra $500 or $1,000 a month for their goals. Whatever reason, they don't want to make more. And this might solve that. But it's a temporary solution. This isn't permanent. We're trying to make them go long. We've had some that have been very proven out, but we have to plan for a reality that product's not going to sell anymore. The advertising's not going to fund itself anymore. The lay of the land will change. Now, you guys, in the biz op space for the leads we generate, things change all the time. And I'm gonna just let you guys know, like, we're talking big budgets at play. We're not and if it's not working for them, it's not going to work for them, and we're just going to wind it down. Doesn't mean they're not going to try it and start up again. We've been being very, very picky on our advertising partners. And Jim has said no to several that we liked before, just because they just couldn't keep it up. We want to have it go for as long as possible. It's easier for everybody. You get a good rhythm, a good system, and it just runs. But you guys, this marketing stuff, and this is why, when we do our PBS stuff, this is why we focus on multiple anchors. We have a home run in Bella Vita, and I'll stress that. But you guys that haven't been here for a long time, we went through several things to get the right home run. And we had some good things along the way. But you know what? What's going to stand the test of time with product lovability and trajectory for the world we want to build in? Man, it's not. I mean, if it was easy, everyone would do it. We've done an amazing job. We've found the right partnerships, and I'm just going to just put a couple little emphases on this IBO program. It's awesome. It's helped a lot of people do things here that couldn't have done it before because they were already behind in their budgets and stuff where they should have been here a year ago. And if they have to get the IBO going to get in the anchors, okay. I prefer them to get going and run. But some people, that's their situation. Okay. But if they're not active in the group, make sure we're going to go over the notes on this. We're going to go over the IBO notes on it because, when it comes time to get new people, get existing people back up and going, I'm completely serious on this. It's got to be the benefit of the community. And it's got to be the people that deserve it because they've been part of the community and striving to grow. That's the whole thing. And you guys, everybody that winds down in the IBO, we've always, we've heard the thing that, like, can I get this going again? Well, of course, you guys, it makes a difference. A lot, I can't even tell you how many people it's helped pay their kids' college. It's helped pay, a lot of bills. It's helped a lot of things. It saved a lot of marriages. Financial strain is a major thing. But you guys, we can solve it with what we do in Triple R long-term, legacy-wise. So, I'm going to stress this, and it's a taste thing. Some people don't think they deserve to make more. They get something like this and like, oh, okay, I'm cozy. Don't get cozy. My job is to make you guys as uncomfortable as possible so you're growing. If you're comfortable, you're not growing. And if you're not growing, you're missing out on what this opportunity allows for you and your legacy and everything else. We're trying to get you guys to travel around the world with us. We've been making plans and pushing for things to where we're going to see the globe. I mean, we got stuff going on right now where we're going to Panama in February. We want to take as many people there as possible. Jim, we've been doing this thing for a bit, and I got you guys. There's a lot of money that goes through all this stuff. And we get very excited when we see that the payout. And you guys, I think the most we paid out in a month was about 650 grand. And we're starting to build back towards those numbers. Because that's an incredible amount of money feeding the families of RRR247. And we can get it to 1 million. We can get it to 2. You guys, the budgets are there. The products and the resources to sell online are there. So you guys, I know I look at this, and you guys, this is a community thing. It doesn't tie into your PBS, but it ties into what we do as a community. It ties into what we do as the overall structure of RRR247. And it ties into what we've been building for decades as marketers. And there's a lot of smart things that happen with the relationships with I guess we'll call them the advertisers on this, and the overall flow of leads and things that help us all. And there is so much room for e-commerce and this direct-to-consumer marketplace that we're part of. And this is one of those elements that is it's big volume that we get to participate in, and our job is to make it as risk-free as possible, reduce exposure, and then teach you guys how to maintain and manage it. But at the same time, we don't want you to lose grip on what you're here for, and to build out of things, to make this your full time, to make it something where you get the time and financial freedom. And having that 6-month or the 9-month window, that's there to be a bridge while you're building your incomes up. So that when it does go away, because you got to plan on it going away, and if we get it going again, fantastic. But you need to plan on it not being there and replacing that. And you guys, if you do exactly what I teach you to do, I expect you to make $500 to $1,000 a month, because it's measurable. The more PBSs you bring in, the more your team grows, the more you're getting that leverage, growth from everything we do. It's all there. It's all there. Jim, on the IBO side, we have room. What would you say our slot availability is right now on the Premier program and the other program?
We're probably total about 70 to 75 between the two.
And we put people on the sheets, we're reaching out to them, and then we have the other issue where people just don't respond.
Yeah, they're just not responding. Lincoln will reach out to them. I'm going back through, and I'm going to 3-way, a text, but oftentimes they just don't ever respond back. So, if they reach out 3 times and they mark them out as, no longer, wanting in the program, and then they just move on.
And so what I want to do is I want to do a color code. But we're going to talk about this. We'll get with leadership here by next week. We're going to figure out a way when that happens, we can communicate it. So you guys, I want you to know the team wants to get them going, but we're not going to just chase people down. If they can't respond when we're reaching out, and they text, correct?
Correct.
So they're going to get a text message. They're going to get a call. I think they get an email as well right away.
Yeah. And the email, oftentimes will end up in their spam. So I get that, but that's why we're trying to reach them on text, leave a voicemail. So.
And we try to work on ways. I tell you, our biggest bottleneck in the IBO is getting people to respond.
Yeah.
And so we have those slots. And something that we ran at before is we ran out of slots. And then people were like, hey, we didn't get a hold of me. Well, we tried multiple times. So we're going to be working on that all the time. But just like, students and, hey, if that's coming in, be aware, be looking for it. Look for the text, be responsive, and then get your paperwork in right away. Because once they get that slot, we're trying to move quicker. And if everybody in RRR responds fast, gets paperwork in fast, it allows us to get more going. Because otherwise we just create a bureaucracy of chasing it down, and kind of creates more work than is necessary. Right. Did I cover everything, Jim, that we talked about?
I think so.
So,
Yeah.
you guys also, we're pretty hands-on with it. You guys got access to Jim. He's, in WhatsApp and his email, and we'll put this stuff out there. There's going to be a lot, and I'm gonna tell you guys this based on the numbers for 2025, and I'm gonna tell you guys already shopping numbers for the year. They're going up higher than they were for the past 4 years. Now I understand what's going on. No, we don't need to talk about it. People are spending more money this year, but I'm going to tell you overall, e-commerce, it is the way. Okay. We're going to be watching more and more major retailers not go out of business, just go direct to consumer. Forget the retail front. The retail front is the most expensive way to sell products anymore. Now you're going to have some outlet things that probably continue, but you guys, I'm going to tell you what's going to come into some trends. And some of them I thought were going to take 10 years. I think we might get them as early as next year. Soon, you're going to be able to order your entire groceries from a direct-to-consumer solution that comes right to your place. There won't even be a store to go get it. It'll be coming out of a warehouse, picked and pulled for you. Those days are coming. I also know that's going to help with pricing long term. All right. Now there's already outfits and programs that kind of are starting to do this, but it's going to start getting pretty dang major. Now, there's also other trends that are showing up for this. But you guys, we pretty much can buy anything we want and have it delivered to our door now. Anything. You can order a car and not even have to show up to a dealership anymore. Like, things are evolving. Okay, now we're in that path. We're constantly looking to be more in that path because it is where things are. It's the future, but it's the now. And with these solutions, right, comes creative ways for these companies to grow and set things up. The IBO program is probably going to start making some shifts in a great direction for everybody because we're going to help solve more and more of these growth issues. I'm just saying it's something really cool to watch it happen, and the caliber of the advertisers we're working with, it's pretty impressive. It's pretty impressive. And, we've come up with some really, really good solutions with this. It's a great win-win. And, just want to make sure you guys understand, we haven't been on here to discuss this for a little bit. We want to work on this thing that Jim's been working on with getting pre-existing closed down IBOs going up again is amazing. It's amazing. And, it's something we've been working on for years because it's like, it's so nice to be able to, especially when there are community members that are growing, you like to let them have those resources. It makes a big difference and lets them do more for the community because it's resources coming in. That's the way it's designed. All right. Okay. Holidays are coming in. This Saturday, I'm doing an ad posting marathon, and most of it's going to be focused on the holiday stuff. A week from Friday is Black Friday. Okay. And this is, you guys know that they've now extended Black Friday to the Cyber Monday. A lot of Black Friday deals are going to even start like this weekend. Yeah. Thanks, Jim. I'm going to just cover a couple things about this so you guys are ready. All right. We're going to be highlighting a little bit of some page builds. We're going to be doing some stuff in that first couple hours on Saturday, like normal. How we're generating leads for our wine customers, how we're generating leads for the PBS. We got it pretty much figured out. And I also make sure we're emphasizing that on Saturday and then getting some pages ready. So we'll spend all of our time on page creation and getting ready for the leads that we're going to be bringing in and all the things we're going to, focus on for the holidays. We're going to put a lot of emphasis on the wine. We've been lackluster on that. We have the biggest, like, wine sells year round, but the only time there's really an increase is the holidays. And we made a huge shift in this, and we're going to our staff customer relationship. And we're going to be putting this out there in a very, awesome way. Okay. And it's going to be spelled out more in our holiday shopping pages. You're going to see me do some updates on it, on what we market. You guys will be following the lead. Make sure you have your PBS Vortex set up. And if you haven't set it up yet, it's Tuesday. I strongly suggest you get it ordered like right away so that, you know, Brielle can get it set up hopefully before Saturday with all your links so that you can be adding them to your pages on Saturday. Everybody that currently has their PBS Vortex, great. We're going to be exercising those links and we're going to be building that up there. You guys, on the wine side, wine customers are valuable customers. And when there's orders that can go through, it's a way to make money. And the bigger we grow that, the more steady we can do releases. And it's a very lucrative payout. And it's got that team side. We'll cover that more and more, but we're going to put some focus on that on Saturday. For those that have a lot of wine recipes and the wine stuff that's out there, holidays are great to emphasize that. And we're going to talk about clustering with recipe pages here in the trainings. Going down my list, we're going to be spending more and more time in your team. We just had a really good instructor call, and we're going to be doing a lot of stuff inside of our study halls. So just know your leadership is going to be getting some stuff ready over the next, few weeks. We're going to be lining up a lot of things so that we really are pushing through the rest of fourth quarter, but we're going to get set up for a huge 2025. Now, there's things we're doing to work smarter in our teams. We're going to be doing a lot more team development. And that's going to be running into these Tuesday mindset calls and so on. Now, Tanya's going to be on here pretty much for the rest of the year, working on mindset, end of the year, getting ready for the new year, and a lot of mindset training. I'll say mindset probably again. It's one of the areas that we all got to develop all the time. And so we're going back to that on the Tuesdays. I've wanted to get a few things out of the way here as we're in mid-November, just to go on your calendar so it's stated. Okay, this year is a little different. So Christmas falls on a Wednesday, which means Christmas Eve is on a Tuesday. We will not be doing our Tuesday night mandatory training on the 24th or the 31st, right? So New Year's is on Wednesday. So New Year's Eve is Tuesday night. All right. So we're going to make up for it by doing training those weeks on the Saturdays. We're really going to focus on the Saturday training following. So we'll have our Mondays that we do on the Bella Vita stuff, but the Tuesday training, we're going to put extra emphasis on those Saturdays. So if you look at your calendar, be aware that those Saturday trainings are going to take over for the Tuesday trainings for Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. We're just going to move it to the Saturdays. All right, which gives me 2 hours of emphasis. We'll have a lot of fun, but you guys, it's prime season for a bunch of things. So the holiday shopping pretty much concludes about the 22nd of December. It's going to be concluding whatever that Saturday is, because most places still will offer 2 or 3 day delivery. So that Friday before, which if I think about it, it's probably the 20th. Yep, the 20th. Friday the 20th of December, that's probably the last online shopping day. Now, even Amazon, their prime deliveries are going to be not guaranteed those days. It'll be chaos. Right? I've already seen the reports. Okay, so we're going to be pushing holiday shopping for roughly the next 30 days. Hard. And then right after Christmas and New Year's, we're pushing all the New Year resolutions items. That is make more money, weight loss, personal development, those type of angles. Okay. We have a lot in those areas. And you guys, this is the playbook every year. It's just how it works. And I'll tell you, what has me pretty excited is the atmosphere around us is very energetic to support what we're doing in all areas. Need some tea. So we're going to be working on the content to get out there. Now, I'm going to tell everybody the same thing I say every year. If you're brand new and you feel like you're going to miss this holiday season because your PBS isn't out there yet, you don't have enough traffic yet, don't worry about it. We have all the aspects of how we build, but you want to still do it. You want to do the measure of it out there. You want to get posting out there, and especially in places, you know, where you can renew every day or renew every week. You want to just keep it. You just want to keep it humming. And even the Christmas holiday ads that renew every week, it's fine. And we'll cover this on Saturday a lot. But you know, it's better to get started, put the stuff out there. But with social media, a lot of us can reach audiences a lot quicker than we did a year ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago. And people are looking and they want the different aspect of things, but also we're gonna be having a lot of fun for the Christmas process, and we're going to look at doing some very creative ways to grow our wine customer bases. And so we're going to be focusing on those a lot through the holidays and even after, but we got to get awareness. So everybody that has their memes, and there's new ones being delivered, there's more coming, and we're getting ready for a stockpile of them to correlate with the new product coming from Bella Vita, which is like it's gearing first quarter. And I'm just going to bring this up. We're going to have some big things happening in 2025, first part of the year. And as much as I'm going to keep pressing this, you want to be building your business as fast and furious as you can all the time. If that's 3 hours a week, do it the 3 hours a week. All right. I'm looking at my time. We're going to go right from here to our accountability for our millionaire course. And then and if you're just doing marketing or even thinking about it, come get started on accountability. We're going to really, really be pushing some things up. And we're going to be spending some more time on some team building and other directions. You guys, I listen to everybody that I talk to. I take it in, right? I know that I have blinders on. I see through the eyes of a marketer, and I push really hard because I know it works. And then I also realize that people that are new to this, that I think about where you come from and try to walk in your shoes with you. There are things that we do here that takes a lot of drive and ambition and solid, concrete confidence. You just have to know that it's working, because a lot of the things we deal with are invisible, right? Like for instance, your PBS, it's invisible. It's online, but if you get mad at it, you can't slap it, you can't kick it, you can't throw your coffee on it. You can't. It's basically up there running through, you know, you say it in the cloud. I mean, it's vapor, right? And I put this there in emphasis is, you know, it's there, you know, people can find it, but you've got to just know that what we do works. Your confidence level needs to be high. And when it is, this stuff becomes easier. And so we're going to be doing a lot of things in the teamwork aspect so that we can boost the productivity more in the teams. And you guys know that if everybody just aligns even 3 hours a week, if you were to put 3 hours more than you're doing now, things will change. You just have to be doing the right things for those 3 hours. And we're going to start developing that. You know, I know what it takes to make things work. I'm very confident that it works because I see it, live it. I mean, it works at a very high level, but there is so much more we can all do collectively. And it starts with a couple things with mindset. One, look at your week and what can you eliminate to make time to do more here so that you can have your dreams and goals happen. There's not a television show or a movie on this planet that's more important to me than what I want to achieve here at Triple R. There isn't. I've never made money with TV or a movie. It's never helped me make the world better. Yeah, it's great to have some entertainment and tune off, but it doesn't make me a better person for others. So I'm going to put that out there. And I always attack the television. Because for whatever reason, I watch it even with my kids, okay? There's way more TV being watched than productivity they need to hit what they want in their life or what they say they want in their life. But our actions depict what we're going to get. If you say, hey, I want to quit this job, I want to be doing this full time, I want the time and financial freedom that I know this can give me, well, make the sacrifices so you can put the time there to make it happen. Make it. And I can say this over and over again, and you look around, it's there, right? You just got to do it. And I'm going to say baby steps are fine. Maybe you say, you know what? I'm just going to make Monday night. I'm just going to do RRR stuff Monday night. Just do that. Focus on that and see what it creates. And then try to find more time. You know, busy people make things happen because we arrange things based on priority and what we need to get done. Not everybody has the busy person gene. Not everybody's running around trying to maximize their calendar. But once you learn how to do it a little bit, it gets easier. And when you see that it actually works and pans out to something, man, that gets fun. And I want to see everybody get to Panama. Pasta's going to pay for it. We go have fun. And we get to hang out and celebrate and then get ready for the next one. That's what we like. Those big celebrations. All right. So I'm gonna end this in the next minute. I talk about the MCRC, which is manifest it, claim it, receive it, celebrate it. That is the winning process of all success. That's what it is. And there are things that you just have to understand, and there's things that you've grown up with based on environment that stopped a lot of us from having a lot more potential that we should just, it's ours. Greatness is ours. It's our birthright. There's a lot of things that kind of like get in the way of it, and we have to be the ones to overcome it. So take that challenge, and you know what? It's a great time to do this. And Tanya's going to be giving you guys some insane trainings on Tuesdays. And, you know, it's going to be, I mean, she's been working on it, guys. So much support in you guys so that we finalize this year and roll into the best year ever as we go into 2025. And you guys, we already know some things we're going to get. I mean, we got more blessings to add to what we already have. Things that aren't going to increase our overheads. Things are just going to increase our potential earnings. That's so great. All right. Love you guys. See you guys in the next training. Millionaire course is next. You log out of here, log into your back office, go to the instructor Zoom from your RRR247 CRM. And I'll see you guys there in, well, go right there. And we'll do